All right, congratulations on the win, Gavin. I think if that's how you pronounce that, Gavin. Congratulations on your win. All right, you got rude over here. Let's change that to WHOP. And over here, you change that to ink. All right, there we go. It's like we'll be casting this game at the same time, though. There is another game which is IQ versus Woah, and then after that, 30 minutes from these games will be XV and Raptors versus and also Beam and DT, and we'll get a chance to probably host the losers bracket as well. So only 3 games potentially what we can do. Of course, it's hard to host all the games in this tournament. It's a huge tournament, but you know what? We'll get some exciting gameplay. All right, Gav, I need your account ID, please, in the stream chat so I can give you your account ID or I give you your prize pool. All right, still waiting on Garfield, but I don't know if he's running late or something. We'll still cast anyway. Ink and WHOP, the first of two other games set to take place here. So we got Ink and WHOP in one instance. We got IQ and Woah in another instance. First 2 games to take place in today's round 1 EU regional finals. Of course, all roads lead to one global final winner eventually. But who is it going to be? Which of these guilds could possibly meet RQM on the grand stage on June 27th? Thank you so much for that account ID. All right, both guilds just kind of getting ready here, not yet engaged or anything. So the stream is also, by the way, like behind by about 10 seconds. So whatever you see here is actually happening 10 seconds later for you. Of course, a rule that we implemented in the tournament, just, you know, just in case. Just in case. Has Beam vs DT started? No, that one is scheduled for 30 minutes after this. Beam vs DT and XV and Raptors are scheduled for, you know, the next 30 minutes. So XV, yeah. So those two games, 30 minutes from now. Ink and WHOP and IQ and Woah are what will start now. So. Anyway, let's do a prediction. All right, you got 2 minutes. Go gamble your channel points away. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Ink? Is it going to be WHOP? We've actually seen these, you know, both these guilds skirmish each other multiple times by now. So Garfried is actually here. And I've just started the call with Garfried.
Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
All right. Well, we're actually gonna be casting Hard Engage and Big Whopper. Seems to be what most people on the stream. Well, when I say most people, I really mean only 35 people actually voted out of 100 plus. But anyway, what do you think? WHOP heavy favorite to probably win, but you know, you and I have both watched multiple skirmishes of Ink and WHOP, and Ink has beaten them some of those skirmishes. Remember?
Yes, I do recall some scrim results that we have watched, and well, if I recall correctly, actually in those scrim results also, well, definitely was the dominant guild, but Ink definitely able to take a round or two now and then. That's kind of how I expect this match to go, more or less. But then again, this is an official GVG match, and only the end result will count, so you never know what will happen.
Yeah, all the pressure now lies here. Now, IQ and Woah are actually fighting in another instance. So unfortunately, I was actually hoping that that game would go on like 30 minutes later, because that was also a game that I feel like would be close up as well, right? Because the other two games, XV and Raptors and Beam and DT, I would not think that those are going to be very close games, right?
Yeah, I think IQ and WoW could actually be pretty close. On the other hand, I think if we want to go for a match, I think the next one should be Beam against DT. I think DT should be the stronger of those other guilds in that situation there. So
All right, well, we'll go
think
through
they
that.
might be able to perform.
Those guilds actually scheduled 30 minutes after. And of course, we can still catch the losers bracket. So there probably will be an exciting game in the losers bracket too.
Absolutely. And we'll see who will end up in that loser bracket in the end. Of course, those loser bracket matches will determine who will be eliminated today. So very, very important matches in the end of the stream today.
Yep. Those games are going to be the redemption arc for whoever ends up there. So, again, there can only be one EU finalists, right? And only one global winner. So, some of these guilds, you know, the road to the finals probably ends today. We'll find out in the first round of the tournament. And of course, we continue on Monday, tomorrow, to keep it going. So, yeah, a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of these guilds know what's on stake here. I mean, the prize pool is one thing, but really it's bragging rights, right? Like winning a tournament, you know, the prize is one thing, but for the GVG scene, it's really about that bragging rights thing that they could have, right? That in itself is really what's on the line, right? The guild that says they've won a tournament, it has a lot of standing over there.
About being the best, right?
Yep.
The one that will be remembered will be the best, and that's what they're fighting for, right?
Yep. You don't remember number twos, always number ones, and of course to be the best, you got to beat the best. So let's go, right? Let's see some action here. Hard Engage and Big Whopper set to take place. Another round of best of nines here in the EU regional finals. One of two games that is taking place right now to kick us off.
I'm sure that the tensions will be rising in both of the discords that these guilds are in at the moment.
Oh, I could imagine that both
if you lose this
guilds...
first match at least,
Yeah,
you might not be eliminated yet, but definitely you are in a much worse spot in the tournament.
we talked about how in the group stages there is a chance to win just because of how other guilds perform, right? Versus in the regionals, like it's 2 game losses and you're out. So, you know, there's no way to help yourself there. Regionals, it's all down to your guild. Whereas in the group stage, if you do lose, you know, hopefully you would hope the other guilds in your group also lose enough where maybe then you make it out based on wins, on, you know, round wins or kills, or, you know, just based on maybe able to get more wins, a little bit, like one more win over the others to advance. But here, there are no chances for that. You only have 2 chances and you're out.
It's a knockout stage. All that matters is the best of 9. You gotta win that best of 9 to advance. Nothing else really counts here. The amount of rounds that you win doesn't really matter. It's just, you gotta get those 5 wins in, and you will go to the next round. Or if you lose 5 rounds, that will be it for you, and you have to go to the losers bracket.
And then that's even a tougher road because losers bracket, you don't have that chance. Of course, the further you make it towards the end of the tournament, the better, right? You obviously want to win all the way to the finals. But of course, the late loss that you take is to your advantage compared to somebody who's been in the losers bracket for a while, because for them, it's really every game could be their last. Whereas for you, if you've just lost, you've only then become in that same situation. Meaning, again, you will be in the same spot, but you want to prevent that and, of course, never have to go through that anyway. So, but it will happen to some of these guilds. They know what's on the line here. They're ready. Both sides here just about to get ready to take place in the best of 9 to find out which of these heads towards the losers and which of them advances to the second round to take place tomorrow. There won't be a title. Unfortunately, there will not be a title. ANET was not able to confirm a title for us in this tournament, but there could be a title in the next tournament. Hopefully, that would be something we can work on. So, I believe, though, ANET have said that they were going, or, well, not ANET, but I believe Teapot might or might not be able to secure some gem pool pricing, but, and this is mostly for the guilds itself, the gem pool pricing would go towards. But if in the case that does not happen, I will probably also help the guilds with some gems. And of course, I have bought gems for the participants. Now we're underway. WHOP and Ink here for the first of many rounds to come. Now Ink actually getting exposed here. WHOP going to take out the first engagement here, and looks like Ink got exposed right there with the reveal, and now both guilds coming out here, and looks like a couple players getting targeted. And the Renegade from WHOP here, Ink actually throwing a very good bubble here and catching that Renegade on time here, and looks like they might not be able to get the kill. A very great bubble coming out from Ink here. Now WHOP going to try and come out here against them. Now the next bubble comes out from Ink, not able to do the same thing it did last time. Unfortunately, WHOP able to go through that bubble. Now Ink going to try and target something else, but as WHOP is trying to keep more pressure up. Both guilds a little split up here, and I see one of the WHOP players almost going down here, and that's the I actually managed
Dragon had almost finished off there, so good chance for Ink to take the lead, but instead the Ink players are slowly starting to get finished off here now. 3 kills in favor of WHOP so far, and there's going to be the round in favor of WHOP. Finally managing to get through. It took them a while to actually get these kills down, but in the end, WHOP with superior pressure and single target focus, finding the damage on the targets.
And actually, some very good counter bubbles from Ink. Unfortunately, not able to secure those downs and actually get them towards the point of cleave. So very good one, but yeah, Ink was just not able to sustain that heavy pressure. WHOP bringing it out here. One by one, they actually stopped, picked off.
Good opening by WHOP. In the end, pretty clean, not losing any players in the end.
Stop moving
Maybe
the camera around so much.
but,
oh yeah, sorry, that's actually my bad. I gotta stop moving the camera a lot. Oh, I wonder, do we have chants in chat? No, I don't think I have that chant stuff. Anyway. All right, looks like Ink making some changes here. If I'm not mistaken. Looks like change of strategy, of course. First round going towards WHOP here, 1-0. And I mean, that was a very good reveal from WHOP to begin with. Good reveal, good first engagement. Ink actually able to withstand that. Actually, again, I believe their first bubbles actually were pretty well done. Of course, they weren't able to keep that pressure up, weren't able to actually secure the kill. That Renegade probably was their chance to at least get 1 kill in the round. Did not happen. But then just too many of them getting picked off one by one. I mean, we saw both, both Renegades from Ink getting killed.
Yeah, Renegade definitely a target that WHOP wants to go for. I think Renegade is one of the easiest classes to kill. They don't really have any hard defensives, right? Like for instance, Tempest would have with like the invulnerability. So yeah, Renegade definitely a very preferable target if you can find one. This is also something that WHOP really likes to go for. Also something we can see against other guilds. They do prefer to go for the Renegade early, and sometimes also Spellbreakers. And see if they choose to do it again in the next round. Maybe starting soon. Seems like they are only stacking swiftness for the time being, so we have to wait a little bit longer until the next round starts.
All right, we're just waiting here for the next round. Both guilds, again, just about a minute to start, really. So have to wait on that. Of course, IQ and Woah going on the same time as we speak. So
I am paying attention to the other scrim as well. Looks like it's 1-1 actually in that scrim so far. So we'll keep you updated on how that match is going as well.
I believe Woah is actually currently winning their matchup versus IQ. I think a round or two already on favor of Woah. So IQ is very down. The Spanish Inquisition is getting beaten at the moment. So we'll see how IQ can come back from that as the round update. Of course, it's still underway here for these two guilds to go up, and you know, one of them will take a loss. Unfortunately, there can only be one, but we'll find out which one of these heads to the losers bracket. And again, we will find out who gets eliminated today, because there will be a stream for the losers bracket shortly after we're done with the winners. We're going to immediately stream the first round of losers, so one guild will get knocked off today.
Good chance that at the end of the day, one of these guilds is actually eliminated off the tournament, depending on that losers bracket matchup goes. But here we go. Round number 2 between WHOP and Ink is starting. Ink stealthing up and going with the aggressive reveals, trying to reveal deep into the enemy territory. And actually, the Scrapper finds the reveal on the main stack of WHOP. WHOP crossing now towards Ink, trying to find them. Actually, returning on the engage and baiting out the stealth a little bit of Ink. And now we'll go for the engage. Early bubble by Ink, not really finding anything. Actually, one of the Ink players getting caught a little bit on behind. Chronomancer is. It was a Necromancer being finished off, actually, core Necro of Ink. That's
And
very
actually
interesting.
went
First
toward,
back.
against their advantage here, and now WHOP able to take their time. Now another, the Spellbreaker instant cleaved, I believe. That was fast, and that's the thing, that WHOP is not giving them a chance to even breathe here.
Every time Ink crosses the opponent, they attempt to lose someone, and looks a little bit like a support issue, because every time you cross, you know, there's a chance that you get immobilized or stunned by some random CC that is taking place. And if your support is not actually actively looking for the cleanse in that situation, there's a good chance that you're gonna lose a player or two. And this is exactly what's happening, you know, one player gets caught, left behind, and that's of course very easy pickings for WHOP. So the supports of Ink need to be a little bit more ready for this kind of situation. Seems like they're not really properly prepared for actively cleansing on the crosses.
Yeah, that's gonna keep them. I mean, again, they need to be able to get that support out there. Seem like you said, it seems that they're not really quick enough to really help them get up. I mean, it's not gonna help them, of course, if their players go down in quick fashion. You know, that's again like the more time. Of course, if you have a player that goes down, that is not gonna be a good thing for you. But if it takes the enemy team, 4 or 5 seconds to get a player killed and confirmed, those are 4 or 5 seconds you might be able to counter, right? Counter them with a bubble, counter them with a counter spike or something, right? Something that, gets their attention away either from that player and also maybe catches their own players off guard, right? So if a player is going down and you're trying to revive the player, of course, you don't also want to spend 4 or 5 seconds to get your player up, but you also at the same time, you don't want the player to just immediately get cleaved out. That gives you no chance to actually react to it.
This is also maybe a thing of priority that the guilds are putting on the opening parts of the fight. Sometimes you just kind of want to say, okay, we want to open aggressively and we want to try and find the kill early on. And so maybe the supports are also a little bit too much focused on landing the CC on the opening and not as much paying attention to their own players. How are they doing? Are they surviving? Are they making it through the opening parts of the fight? Now, here we go again. Round number 3 starting. Stealthing up and Revealer's going again deep off Ink. Let's see if they find anyone. Actually finding the Firebrand here. So they know WHOP location. Here we go. The cross is now happening. Ink deciding to save the bubble this time around. And it is the WHOP bubble that's landing first. But actually one down set early on again.
And killed the Firebrand here, getting caught out. The support is already down here. And now another bubble from Ink to kind of counteract that. They managed to get a WHOP player downstate, but actually teleported. And it is the Soul Beast here caught up. But they are going to be able to revive that Soul Beast. So they're not even down a player yet.
Yeah, Soul Beast is going to get continuously focused here though. Let's see if they can land the kill. Since he's not really landing, so the Soul Beast does manage to get out, and actually one more player down on the Ink side does get revived up barely, but the focus is continued on him. Let's see Scourge here. Scourge is about to be finished, and there we go. Let's see second kill finished. Actually, Ink calling it already. Definitely seems so. Yes, Ink is calling it after losing 2 players. That's quite early on to give up, I would say, in a round, but yeah, I guess Ink after losing that Firebrand didn't really see a chance to continue the fight anymore. Are gonna call it, so 3-0 in favor of WHOP now.
Is just too much. I mean, again, their support is really, like you said, is kind of feels like non-existent here. They're just they're letting their players get picked off a lot. Like, and you need to be able to get your players up quickly in quick fashion. They're getting picked off, and it seems like from them, they're also not able to actually secure anything from WHOP as well. So. Not where you want to be at.
Their offense is kind of performing as they should, right? Like they are getting enemy downs. The enemy downs are getting rest, but it's just that the kills that WHOP is making, they are getting converted, right? And it's just because the revives are not coming through quickly enough. It's because the cleanse is not coming quickly enough, so that there's people going down too early or unnecessarily. Definitely feels like a support issue on the side of Ink at this point in time. Need to shape up a little bit if they want to actually stand a chance here, because really Ink is getting downstates here in the GVG. And with a little bit more time, a little bit more pressure, and if Ink doesn't like fold so early on, they can convert them or should be able to convert them after some point, right? So as long as they can manage to sustain a little bit better, they will have a chance to take a round or 2 in this GVG for sure.
Looks like shortly in a bit now, Ink is actually ready. Maybe a change of strategy. We'll see if any of that is going to help them. Now, Ink actually choosing to go towards their spawn point here, and now they're going to make their way up north here. I believe they are going to get the reveal here, and it looks like one of the players, the Chronomancer, already targeted, and they do manage to get the Chronomancer up, but that's going to be a heavy target for WHOP now. Coming out with the bubble, strong bubble there, and actually looks like the Ink Daredevil struggled to actually get out of there. Now both bubbles coming out in retaliation from Ink's side, manages to, try and catch the Scrapper off guard, but still able to get revived.
Yeah, a bit of heavy pressure on the side of Ink actually. They're struggling a bit to survive, but so far no kills confirmed yet, so they're doing already a little bit better than previous round. Actually, good spike of WHOP finding 2 kills. One of them get revived, but the other one does get finished off, and now Ink starts to crack again. There's too much damage going down on Ink and the spread as well.
Yeah, and they are very spread now, and they can actually take their time because WHOP now going to engage another fight. It looks like they might be finding out more kills here because of this focus here. And it looks like they're going to keep pressuring Ink right here. And it looks like they are. They're trying to target the Chronomancer again. I mean, that is probably an easy kill for them if they can manage. And it looks like multiple downs again. Not enough. The Scourge going down. And WHOP will take the round, of course. Again, Ink on this side going to have to revive their players. No kills from Ink at the moment, and that is not what we want to see. I mean, Ink able, like you said, to perform, but not able to quickly get the kills into their favor.
Yeah, Ink in a very tough position here. WHOP being up 4-0 now. It's definitely not a position they want to be in, but that's what WHOP is doing to their enemies. You know, sometimes they are just really dominant, and it seems like WHOP is taking this GVG very seriously.
It is match
Trying
point
to
to
win this
them, so I
cleanly.
mean, for WHOP, it's an easy game if they. It's the last round for them if they win this.
Yep, last round in this upper bracket matchup here. Potentially, unless Ink can do something about it. The score update between the Spanish and the French IQ and WoW, it's 3-1 in favor of IQ.
Can you sell Gen 3 precursors legendaries? We don't know that yet. What's up, Famousson? What's up, Moh, of course, from Indonesia. There's no music slash in-game music for information. If it's, I don't know if it's intended. Yeah, no, I mean we're casting the game, so you know, of course, we're we want to make sure I mean, we could play some music, but I don't know how that will do. Probably play some music. I will play a bit of music, but I want our voices to be clear, you know. So we'll put something up. If it's too loud, though, let me know. We don't want to make it too loud. No music for YouTube. Well, for the GVG games, I'm actually only using ANET songs, right? Like Eye of the North, Prophecies, Night. Like I'm only using music from Guild Wars, so it's not gonna get the copyright. Like I don't play any of those jazz playlists because first of all, it doesn't even match the theme of what we're casting, and of course the copyright. So. You think that the stream's lagging, like we stopped talking. Fair enough. Well, you know what, Garfield, we cannot stop talking, basically. We have to keep talking, keep everything engaged 100%. All right. So from this time, from this second, there shall be no non-stop talking, right? Or there will be no
Gotta keep up
pause breaks.
Gotta keep up the talking, just so people
Yeah. It is
are
match
being
point now.
engaged
I mean,
continuously.
it's match point to WHOP. Ink probably looking towards the next game in the losers bracket, which is could possibly their final game or could be their final redemption to getting back into the tournament. Of course, they still have, even if they win the next game in the losers bracket, you still have to fight the other guilds in the losers bracket to eventually claim your chance to make it to the regional finals, right? So again, it's not an easy path for the guild that loses because there's only one more loss for them to get out. But for WHOP, on the other hand, looks like they will advance, and we'll find out who they actually meet next up in round 2, which is tomorrow. Both guilds actually just about to get ready to take the next round, which could be match point here for WHOP. I believe getting the scores from other streams. IQ is actually beating Woah right now, 3-2, by the way.
Yeah, IQ taking the lead in that GVG, of course, while also taking some rounds there, so it's definitely not over yet.
I mean, the Spanish Inquisition is getting underestimated here from what I'm seeing.
IQ is definitely still in a very good spot to win that fight. They are ahead. I think they also have the skill to, just convert into the win. They should be slightly better than WoW, but of course anything can still change. WoW is a very flexible guild in terms of strategy, so they can pull some nice tricks. Let's see what happens in the rest of the fight here. So we are waiting for WHOP and Ink to start the next round.
We're actually waiting for match point here underway. Kind of sus, huh? Oh, I thought we were already over this meme at this point, but this looks like it's not. Anyway, if any issues, I mean, I'm pretty sure the admins have access to all the rosters. So if there's any changes or anything, I'm sure it was talked about, or even if anything, admins know who's supposed to be in the game and who's not. So now if nobody can read, then that's unfortunate. That's a different case altogether. The hold up actually on Ink's side, right? They're trying to get something underway.
I think they're discussing a little bit about the rules of the tournament. So until that is resolved, I assume this next round is actually not taking place. But there will be some discussion, I think. We might have to wait a little bit.
I actually see some discussion about this. This is what's taking so long, huh? All right, let's handle this here. Apparently there is something's going on. I didn't now I understand what people are talking about in chat. All right, let me give my opinion. I mean, Gar, you and I both actually have the same opinion on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that should be done.
Yeah, I don't think it's right.
That's actually, this is what was holding this game up. Yeah, no.
Bit of a shame that it actually
All right, so
took a
what's this
while to
counter
notice
argument
this.
that there's a storm going on? The storm going on in Germany? What? Anyway, no, I made my opinion now. I don't think that should be allowed, actually. There's guilds that have actually had to drop out of the tournament for this because of no roster addition, so this should not actually be allowed.
Oh, do we have the next round starting actually? Ooh, that was a bit of a surprise.
That's actually a
Ink
surprise.
getting caught out a little bit here. Firebrand already down for them. So Ink now down a player. Actually finding the killer on the Tempest. Tempest should still have Mistform available and cannot really Mistform due to Mobilize now. Does get rest here? Yeah, he does get barely rest. Cleave almost coming
Actually,
through.
Cleave
But now
coming down again.
Tempest does go down again. And I think he got stealth up and a rest again, so should be fine for the time being. Also, the target got removed, so no more focus for him for the time being.
Yeah,
Now,
that was like, I mean, that is pretty much
here.
a heal class getting taken out. Not where you want to be. And that WHOP coming out with their own Lich here and now trying to get another focus on the player. It looks like they are
spiked. Huge spike actually.
Yeah, huge spike here.
Two WHOP players down. One more is now said. He is about to get finished off here. The Firebrand might go down here. That's it. Ink taking the round here. Good spike coming out for them.
Is this the comeback from Ink? Actually, very good spike here. Where WHOP was actually almost ready to take this round, and by the end there, and actually the spike coming through at very last second, saving them. Still in the game here, but still another 3 games to tie it up.
Ink taking a round here. Let's see if they can take another one here.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, I've already mentioned what I want. I already said what I had to say in the staff chat. Not sure what they are debating about right now. Looks like they are actually on their way. All right, I'm getting too distracted because things are going on in the Discord. It looks like Ink actually already losing a player there. The Firebrand of their getting taken out, even though it came out with their own bubble here. Now WHOP going to continue that pressure.
That cleave was so fast on the Firebrand. He got finished off instantly. I think that might have been the Thief elite skill that finished him off there, because that was just as soon as he went down, it was finished off. Now another bubble coming out from WHOP here, catching the Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker goes down as well as the Scourge. On the backside here, Ink now really cracking under the pressure of WHOP. WHOP finding the kills here. I think this is gonna be it for this GVG here. WHOP takes it. It's 5-1.
I'm actually not focused on this right now. I need to sort something out.
Yeah, we're gonna actually have to take some time, guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count like whatever the score. Ignore the score for now. All right, I'm gonna mute me and Garfield on stream. All right, so we gotta sort some shit out here. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute us. All right, chat, we have returned and have rectified some things at least. So, this game of WHOP and Ink is going to be restarted as our decision. So, this will play again tomorrow. So, this game is nullified. They'll have to play again tomorrow. Unfortunately, there must have been some sort of weird mishap where they were, allowed to summon a player at admin's discretion, but that player ended up being actually the player from a previous guild who is registered in the tournament, which is IY. Regardless if they were eliminated or not, the rules specifically say no player can be substituted from the actual registered team. You can register up to 5 players throughout the tournament, but they can't be from the registered team. So they will have to restart their game tomorrow instead. So no, WHOP does not actually take the win today. They are going to have to play tomorrow and actually make sure they have their player. Now, the ruling that I would have done, because I wasn't here when the ruling was done and they allowed a player from IY to play, if they weren't actually able to get in their 15th, like me and Gar both agreed that they should have been disqualified or forfeited the match, and then tomorrow they would have played their, or later today they would have played the round 1 losers bracket. But that didn't seem to be the case, so this is what we're going with. So this is what's gonna happen. WHOP and Ink have to replay tomorrow. Again, the rules do state you can substitute up to 5 players in the tournament, but those 5 players cannot come from a registered team in the tournament, regardless if the team's been eliminated or not. But that's our ruling. That's final. It's actually not the way that Garfield and I would have gone about it. We would have actually just DQ'd the match, and Ink should have just taken the win. That's how I think it should have been.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is now that the player was actually allowed to play because of a misunderstanding from the admins. So WHOP was actually under the impression that the player was allowed to play, which means that we cannot disqualify WHOP for fielding a player, right? Like, they asked the admins and they were given an okay initially.
Apparently the admins did say yes. They didn't know that player came from IY. They played, and then apparently WHOP was like, I have honestly no idea at this point. Let's just go with this game here. Looks like Spellbreak actually got focused from XV now, and both guilds to get into the fight here. And looks like XV bringing the pressure back here on Raptors. And looks like bubble comes out from both sides of the game here, and nothing coming out of those bubbles. But the Spellbreaker almost just last second revival here from XV to actually make sure that Spellbreaker didn't go down.
XV needs to wake up a little bit because they are losing some players and under pressure here. XV now with the second bubble and the Raptors with the third bubble here. It should be all out of bubbles now, but the Spellbreaker goes down again from the illusion. You'd be quick on the res here. I think he might actually get finished off, and XV is just choosing to go for pressure on the main group, but not really finding any kills here. So actually Raptors is up in kills for the time being. XV now trying to find their way back into the fight. Of course, being down only 1 player doesn't mean they... Oh, actually a huge spike, and they're finding 4 kills on Raptors. Raptors is completely wiped after this spike from XV. Huge bump. Finding multiple players here now. XV is in the lead, and they will take this round.
Raptors had a bit of a good sustain here, and then of course, I mean, even the 1 kill was still towards them, but then the multiple spike here, catching all the players down.
XV actually a little bit under pressure here in the start of this fight, but finding a good spike, and Raptors is being punished for it.
All right, I actually have a giveaway going on, don't I? Yeah. All right, closing this giveaway in like a minute. Exclamation rig for 50 gold on the line. Yeah, I mean, the guild actually was not in the... I mean, the guild that they borrowed the player from technically is not in the tournament anymore. They are eliminated in the group stages, but the rule, I guess, maybe, I don't know, maybe the rule's not clear. It's still applied to anyone in the tournament. Maybe we have to really be specific with wording next time. Anyway, the problem is that the game played and both guilds actually were seemed fine from both guilds, but then, you know, the conclusion is no, they should just restart the game instead. Now, if tomorrow comes up and the same problem happens, they should just get the DQ. Either way, I would have went to the DQ anyway if they weren't actually able to secure a player. I'm not sure what part of the misinformation came through. Didn't really have
Warrior again being focused
oh,
here.
That's a huge spike here. Actually, they keep the pressure on that Spellbreaker. Now, another bubble coming out here, except XV here to retaliate, and they actually catch the Raptor Spellbreaker here, and they do get the res, but they look like they're going to keep that focus up here with another bubble to try and pressure Raptors.
Both guys exchanging spikes here and actually landing good pressure back and forth, so it's quite even actually in the fight here so far. And now the Thief goes down on the engage here. Thief is res, so good quick res coming out from the Guardians, I believe. And now finding the kill on the Spellbreaker here. Spellbreaker is down and is finished off. Good cleave. Renegade also being finished off here, shows 3 kills.
Now Raptors down, too many players here at this point. Looks like they might have to call it soon, as XV is going to keep that pressure up, and looks like they are going to find their kill on another player. Another pull coming out here. The Spellbreaker getting pulled here. Don't actually able to get the kill, but it's fine because they do get to focus on another player here and get another kill off Raptors.
And this is going to be a round in favor for XP. Pretty sure Raptors will call it. There we go. Round number 2 in favor of XP. I have to say, Raptors really solidly into this fight so far, especially on the engages. They are finding some advantages there. Very well played by Raptors.
A lot of, I mean, good pressure, but not enough to keep up. Some good content here, but what's going on here in the leaders channel? Are we gonna play losers? We should be playing losers match. I think what was Leader was asking. Actually, IQ took the win. 5, I believe 2 or 5-3.
5-3 in the end, yeah.
Alright, I'm trying to keep up with this. All right, next round underway here, and bubble comes out from Raptors here. Does not actually catch anybody from XV, and now XV going to charge right in, and looks like they might have found a target here. The Chronomancer actually getting past, but they look to be focusing on another one. Another bubble comes out. XV just momentarily taken back here, but the next bubble does come out again, and XV, you know, still nothing coming out of that bubble. They managed to target the Spellbreaker, and they do get the res on that. Now their own bubble comes out to retaliate against Raptors. Now they have to be careful, as XV now still yet to use their own bubbles here, and looks like they are targeting multiple players here. Get it down here, and actually it's the Firebrand almost got killed.
Finding a kill here now on one of the Raptors here. Another of the Raptors in downstate here. XV being super aggressive here and finding the kills in the end. XV taking the round number 3.
And this will be a very quick game if Raptors can't turn it up here. And of course, they are the huge underdogs in this tournament, so especially in the finals here. So yeah, long, tough road ahead, and they're up against what is possibly the best guild right now in the GVG scene. Yeah,
this is more in line of what you would expect for XV. XV definitely dominating these fights we're losing some players on the side of the fight, so that's a little bit surprising, but it seems like Raptors has a pretty good offensive game in which they are finding good spikes and good single target focuses with. In the end, XP does manage to deal with that properly and do find the kills on Raptors.
How about your channel points? Well, nothing actually. They get returned back. Oh wait, never mind. It looks like QQ actually already... Yeah, your most giant points has already gone back. Alright, next round here underway. 2 more games, possibly could be 2 more rounds here. No, I can't stream. I'm not allowed. XV will get banned if I stream. You can go right ahead. I mean, there's no rule that says you can't stream. But Prash, aren't you supposed to be
I
playing?
guess I really feel like you are interpreting our ruling a little bit too strangely. Again, the reason why WHOP is not disqualified from the tournament is because they had the admin okay to field that IY player. Which means that it's on the admin's responsibility.
If you go back to both instances with Beam and WHOP, there was an admin problem with it, right? So, you know, like Beam got brought back after not even heavy consideration. I mean, like a majority agreement from everybody in the Discord, you know, telling the admins it's a mistake. You shouldn't have done it, right? Now, this one was also an admin mistake on WHOP's part, so can we ban the admin? I actually have no idea who even did the ruling. It just seems to be that the admins don't even know who did the ruling. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I would have just told them forfeit the match. That would have been simple actually. If they didn't actually have the player and they couldn't get the additional from someone outside the tournament, like it would have been easy DQ, but someone made a ruling on them, and I guess it's not. I honestly don't know. Honestly, really, I don't know. Like, too many mistakes, honestly. XV now actually going up here for the next round, 4th round here on their way. Bit of reveal on the revealer here, and looks like they actually know where Raptors are. They got to be careful because XV is going to go right towards the end here and actually target the first player here. The Tempest heavy heals are now down from Raptors, and now next bubble comes out from both guilds. XV's player managed to make their way out. The Chronomancer here almost got caught up, but not really enough for Raptors to do anything to that Chronomancer. Huge spike.
And now 2 bubbles. The next bubble goes down from Raptors, but it's not enough as their players start to crack. Raptors a bit split here on the engage now, trying to find another kill with the last bubble they have, including the gravity well, and they find the spellbreak a little bit, but not enough damage to finish him off. Not even putting a dent into his HP bar now. It's XV again with the engage here and finding another kill on the spellbreaker. Finish him off. Very good cleave coming out from XV, and they're going to take this round as well. Very soon, Raptors deciding to continue to fight for a little bit longer. They are 3 players down, so it's going to be very difficult for them to find anything more. And there goes the
player down
next
there. Actually,
spellbreaker.
just going to roll him over into spellbreaker going down, and of course they do call it after that. Actually, multiple players. That one, multiple players from Raptors caught in another bubble actually, and that sealed their deal in this round. And it was possibly now match point for the teams here. WHOP would have had default loss or played with 14 if it wasn't for that IY player. Well, I mean, they could choose to play 14. I don't know, Guild, that would be comfortable doing that. But yeah, they could have probably done that. All right. While they're setting up for the next game, what is going on here? What? Apparently now something else is getting, what is this? Something else not even relevant to this situation now is apparently being brought up. What is going on? It's like people ratting each other out in this tournament. Like, I finally have time to watch. How you been all week? I've been busy with a lot of work, actually. Busy with a lot of work. Right, and now XV going up here for what is probably match point for them. Raptors not able to do anything here, and they're in the north side of the arena, and Raptors now sees where they're at and going to charge directly. Nothing coming out of that. They do manage to pull a player here, actually gets stealthed up here, and the player's still the Daredevil here, still under focus. Of course, you can't really target that really easily. Now the bubble comes out here, and actually is going to catch the Spellbreaker from Raptors, and looks like they will get taken down here. Actually get the stealth last minute.
Yeah, one kill in favor of XP now. The other Raptor got revived, but XP with the player advantage now, and they're pushing very aggressively to push their advantage. Now, good bubble actually from Raptors to stop the push from XP, at least temporarily, but they're still in heavy pressure. Actually, one player of XP getting focused out a little bit. Spellbreaker was raised up again, so no problem there anymore. XP now trying to find another target in here. They do find a target on the Spellbreaker, actually. Spellbreaker definitely a very favorite target for XP to focus here.
There's been multiple times
definitely trying to go
this,
for those DPS sources.
Yeah, and the bubble comes out from Raptors. Not enough. Really just there to kind of mitigate that pressure here, and actually getting one of their own players caught. They're going to call it here, and this is match point at this point. XV taking the win against Raptors. The underdogs, unfortunately, a tough road as they head towards the losers bracket. I believe they're set to face Woah in the first side of the losers bracket here shortly. So it's like we have today's game, and of course only one of these teams actually advances. $2 and actually already took my medicine. Although I need to go get more water. Do we have a map for the next game? Woah versus oh, they're actually gonna play here. Okay, actually convenient. Alright, I'll be right back. I actually need to get some water. Finished the other bottle when I took my blood thinners. You need the right taxi for it. Yeah. I believe I have a giveaway that went on for 34 minutes. Sai Boomy, congratulations on the win. Did this player win twice? Where can you watch VODs for NA finals? There was Teapot did cover the NA finals, and I believe one other player also streamed the NA finals, so you can find both of them there. Well, we actually casted them. Yeah, he did. They did. All right, I gotta go get water. Finished my bottle of water. Need another one. We're gonna start shortly here. The losers match of today. Wall versus Raptors. Actually gonna switch these around a little bit. Got here score for Woah here. So move that here, move that there. And then change that to 0. I'll be right back. All right. Woah versus Raptors here. Set schedule for another best of 9 here. One of these guilds actually gets eliminated. The road ends here.
That's right. It's also the French against the French. A bit of a civil war going on here in this matchup here. The stakes are high. Lose 5 rounds and you are out of the tournament. You can say goodbye to the bragging rights and to the gold.
Well, he was actually just about to get ready here. So, I mean, unfortunately, one of these French guilds will not claim victory. For the others, well, I mean, could actually win. Killed a man with the PogChamp. GVG. Hey, what's up, Roms? The master duelist himself. Which, by the way, there is, I believe, one more round of master duelist happening next week, right? PvP content. You got PvP and GVG scene being revived in. I believe Raptors and some players of Woah taking some laps here in the arena. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna help their cardio. Maybe it's the French pride in them. Of course, they would like to both be in the tournament, but one of them is going. So I think this is just happy run, right? A nice stride around the arena. Nothing like a nice 5-6 laps around to get you in the ready to GVG now. It's a warm-up, exactly. It is a warm-up. Finals next week. 8 players are now qualified. Well, that is nice. And man, I should probably send in some, send another legendary for that prize pool. PvP tournament needs another legendary, is what I think. There's a French national anthem running, huh? There's a little of a big role play right now, definitely. All right, while they're waiting here. France wins Football Cup and GVG Guild Wars 2 Cup. Well, we'll see. I mean, these two teams, one of them gets eliminated, so they're both French teams. Only one continues. The other continues a long path in the losers bracket, maybe redemption, to make it into the regional finals of EU. So one of these guilds might have a chance just yet, but one of these guilds has to say goodbye. Who's got the fastest WQ? We'll see. Of course, France actually also playing in a very tough group stage with Germany, Portugal, and who's the other team with them? Was it Hungary? No. The actual, football Euros, of course, that's what I'm talking about.
looks like we are starting with the GVG. Raptors and Woah actually being revealed here, so might be a good engage coming out from Raptors here, and they do actually get a nice pull, but stun breaks are in place. So Woah does manage to get through again cleanly.
Both sides here, and ooh, the firebrand just so close to going down, and the spellbreaker, heavy target here. Can Woah punish that spellbreaker? Looks like they are going to try and go after that. Now the bubble comes out here. They managed now to get another spellbreaker up in here, and Raptors actually forced to use their own bubble to actually get a Woah player. The spellbreaker from Woah now facing some damage here. Very good turnaround, and they actually get the kill. Kill confirmed right here. Raptors now with the advantage.
Okay, and here we go. The kill advantage towards the Raptors. Let's see if they can actually convert this. One more kill going down here, and the spellbreak of Woah does get revived again, so only one kill in favor. Actually, good spike going down there, and
Woah, they're actually able to revive the firebrand. Could have been a huge sustained loss there if they managed to get that kill. But as they're talking about that, they're getting multiple pushes here from Woah, and I think they're gonna actually have to call it now. Just too much for
Raptors
Woah.
taking this round.
Are the underdogs going to actually win? All right, who would you see winning? Right, between Raptors and Woah, which guild for you does it in the finals? Right, which one do you want to see continue? One of these guilds can only continue.
I think, I mean, under normal circumstances, I would actually predict this to Woah just to take it, but Raptors have been doing quite well today. They seem to be in form. Also against XV, they really were not doing too bad. They had very good aggressive gameplay. Definitely had some ways to take initiative in the fight, and they're showing it here as well in this round. So it's on Woah basically now to show that they can actually make it back into the fight. So it's very close still. It's very close.
Now the stealth coming up here. Now Raptors actually in the middle of the arena, and Woah actually going to have to go with the engagement here. They got a late veil here, and now both guilds just exchanging sides here. Woah trying to actually pressure him here, like going for a different gameplay here, a bit more offensive from Woah. A very you know, not unusual, but a gameplay that is not often seen from them unless they're under heavy pressure. Now Raptors with a spellbreaker in the loss here, and Woah actually could have got that if it wasn't for that bubble. Looks like they'll have to bring out the next bubble from their end here, try and get something out of here. Raptors actually timing the bubbles really well, but more of a defensive side, as you can see from them.
Might actually be overextended a bit here on the push, as the spellbreak is very low. Also, the Scourge got put in downside, but does get rest up, so good revives coming through from Raptors so far. Now the Scourge goes down again. And oh, almost got cleaved out, but at 5% he does get revived again. Still heavy pressure on this Scourge, and he goes down for a third time. This will be the cleave now, coming through for Woah. Finish him off.
Now,
cleaning now, Woah needs to disengage from this
and
bubble.
Woah actually able to disengage that bubble quickly. Make sure they don't get caught in that. Heavy pressure coming up on their spellbreaker, and it looks like they might be able to get the cleave out. Just barely, actually, and they do get cleave eventually. Woah not actually able to do anything to stop that.
Woah actually on heavy pressure now after winning the first downset here. They are now losing because another big spike and a huge pull actually coming through for Raptors. Finding the spike on the Woah players.
Multiple downs from Woah.
Being down in the round, they make it back.
And that is round 2 to Raptors, actually, with a huge spike to turn it around, just as you would think they would be out of it. Managing to secure some kills. I believe we might have to start seeing Woah play their counter strategy gameplay here. I mean, it does seem that Raptors are able to play better when Woah's, running the offensive side here. So will we have to see a changing gameplay? Woah is a guild that can actually switch up their style if they need to. You know, as a guild that is top tier, they can do that. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening. Raptors actually taking them by storm.
Raptors with very good pressure gameplay, actually really taking very good control of the match, I have to say. They're forcing Woah to blow very many cooldowns during the fight, and eventually Woah definitely starts to just run out of steam, start to drop players. Even though Woah finds the early kill on the Scourge, it's Raptors who, in the end, just have better execution, I would say, and better mechanical execution in the fight, better coordination on the spike as well, and the wind around through that.
Next round underway. I mean, if Raptors can keep this up, the underdogs could be taking the win here and keep their position in this tournament. And unfortunately for Woah, that would mean they are eliminated. But we can't count them out just yet. You know, Woah could turn this around if they'd like to. And you see them taking a little bit more time in this round. So definitely seems to be, could be a strategy change, really, that's going to happen. Waiting for the next round now to go underway. Anything going on from Woah's side actually? Seem to be... All right, now we go actually with the stealth. Now Raptors actually stealthing up here, finally underway for the next round here. 3 rounds to Raptors here. They need 2 more to win it. Of course, Woah could make that a difficult game if they choose to. And the bubble comes out early on here from Raptors. Aren't actually able to catch anybody here. Their own firebrand almost getting caught. And the target is on the firebrand, and they managed to just barely revive that player at 50% health now. Could have been another cleave to kill that.
Yeah, good illusion coming through on that firebrand, so he will be alive for the time being now. Also with the barrier means that he might not go down again. No, he actually will go down again after this illusion runs out, and Woah might just push on him again. Hard Dress actually comes through, but now Woah has a very clean engage and finding pressure on the Spellbreak on the side as well. Spellbreak is fine for the timing actually. Raptors is pushing in for the counter, and the disengage from Woah seems to be quite good.
Firebrand from
actually
Woah
finding the kill on the leader.
Down here. It's going to see if that's going to get cleaved out here. They're actually able to quickly get the player back up. Actually, having to do for a hard res. Raptors had to pull out a little bit. Not able to actually continue that sustain, and looks like they are playing here a little bit more split up, as you could see here.
Renegade is being cleaved out here, and he's finished off, so that's a kill now in favor for Woah advantage here. But on the disengage, they lose their Scourge, and the Scourge is also finished off. So equivalent players now. Let's see how this impacts around. One side losing a Renegade, the other losing a Scourge. Now Woah going for stealth, and the engage here. Scourge Shade Spike finding the kill on one of the players, so he does get revived. So Raptors is okay for the time being, still equal in this fight.
And still heavy pressure coming out here. One of the longer rounds in this matchups right now, and now Woah coming out with the fight on their side here, looking to get some downs here, and they managed to get a player down here. I believe that is the Firebrand again managing to actually get back up, but as they do that, they do get another player down here, and I believe a confirmed kill here. The Spellbreaker going down from Raptors.
Spellbreaker going down from Raptors, and it's Woah now with control of the match as they are finding the kills here. Raptors actually trying to go for a re-engage here. trying to find the kills, playing aggressively, trying to take initiative.
It's the one last push at the moment, and here it's going to not work out for them as they're actually able to play on this Tempest here. That goes down. That's heavy heal sustain being taken out. It looks like Woah was actually going to go for that Tempest, trying to punish them, trying to get the kill on that. They are going to have to disengage, but they still keep up the pressure here. I believe they are going to now full push them and try and get that Tempest up down. And of course they can. Of course, the Daredevil almost going down from Woah. They got to be careful here. You don't want to get caught in the spike late in the game when they're already winning.
Does make it out alive, and now they find the kill on one more Raptor player, two more actually, and they are being finished off. And yeah, at least one of them got stopped now. Actually, Woah Scourge down on the side, but that's an easy rest as Woah still has many rest cooldowns available to them. I think it's going to be very soon. Raptors calling it a day. Don't have many players alive anymore. Not much they can do anymore. Let's see what happens in this next engage. Woah trying to find another single target, and they might be able to find the kill on this Firebrand here. Is being singled out a little bit and does go down now. Let's see if we can get finished off. Does get
Just
revived
barely,
actually with
I
the
mean,
illusion.
getting
So
survived here, but I mean, Raptors are at the disadvantage. Now the pressure keeps on going here. Woah is not going to let that. They actually managed to pull the Firebrand. Instant kill there. Not even a chance. And I believe Raptors has to call it at that point. They're still choosing to go, which is very interesting. Maybe hoping for one last spike here. I mean, they know that they have 2 more rounds to win, but it's just unfortunate now. Multiple of their players just melting at this point here. The next Firebrand gets taken out here, and the cleave is just too strong. Raptors just has to call it.
you know, Raptors refusing to give up, even with 5 players that tried to continue the fight, but definitely not enough. And they're gonna have to call around here. One still deciding to kill Raptors players. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe might be some whisper problem or so between the leaders.
I forgot to let them know not to kill anything.
Yeah, sometimes whispers lag and the message doesn't go through, so
Yeah, that
might be the case here.
Wait, what? Now I'm being told the first 2 rounds actually weren't even official. The first 2 rounds, apparently it's 1-0 to Woah? Warm up? Wait.
I think that's a bait. I think it's a bait.
No,
I'm
I'm
pretty
getting
sure every round here is official.
This is from Atros telling me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it is. I guess the Raptor player confirming it actually. So it's not even. It is 1-0 actually in favor of Woah. Wait, how did we not get told that? That is weird.
That's a bit unfortunate. I wonder what. Okay, well.
Okay.
I don't want to think too much about it. Let's just cast around. Woah is going for the cross here. No bubbles cast yet, so both sides going for a bit of a defensive engage here. Now the bubble coming through from Raptors, and the Chrono may be getting a little bit caught here. Does make it out in the end.
I see that they
No
try to
mobilize
get
there,
a focus
so-
on that, but unfortunately they aren't able to sustain that. Now the bubble comes out from Woah and actually pulls multiple Raptor players down here, and it looks like they could finish them up here. Actually, Raptors are barely getting their players up, but losing their Spellbreaker on the other hand.
Yeah. Also whiffing the bubble in the end. Woah with a very clean disengage, so Woah with a very strong lead here. Let's see if they can convert it into a win. The Warriors of Woah very aggressively trying to interfere with the Raptors re-stealth here.
Making sure they're
Going in
not
for the
getting
kill here,
anything.
actually finding one downstate.
And actually able to punish that, and that's the Firebrand here. So now the support is also lower on the lower, and of course as we say that, the Spellbreaker from Woah going down, and Raptors maybe could turn this around. I mean, we'll see if they can. But they have lost their Firebrand, so it's not going to be easy.
Woah now going for the disengage, and still up a player, so Woah in a very comfortable position. Woah deciding to wait for the cooldowns a little bit. Now they are going for the re-engage here. Both guilds crossing, Gravity Wall's going down, and maybe finding a kill here on one of the Spellbreakers. Let's make it out though. Actually choosing to go for the Scrapper on his side, actually finding the kill on Scrapper out of nowhere. And that Scrapper is also cleaved out instantly. These Chronomancers down on the side as well.
Scourge going down from Raptors. Now Raptors with a severe disadvantage here, and Woah will take this round quickly in the next couple rounds. More downs. I mean, Raptors cracking really hard, but of course they do call it eventually, and that is a round win towards Woah, which is supposed to be, I guess, 2-0 at this point.
Yeah, Woah actually winning these rounds now quite convincingly. Finding the kills and also just converting the round quite cleanly. This is definitely the way Woah likes to play. You know, sometimes disengaging after you get your advantage. Make sure you capitalize on that advantage. Do not go down yourself. They lose only one player on the side, and they do find these single target focuses, killing the Scrapper first and then the Scourge. And from there on, it was a snowball for Woah.
Looks like we're gonna go for the third round, which, yeah, I guess, yeah, 2-0 to Woah. Of course, nobody actually mentioned that this was a warm-up, so a little late there. But we'll see how that goes now. Woah, of course, with a huge win advantage at this point. I mean, they continue this pressure. Should be a quick win for them. Another 3 more games. Of course, Raptors in those early warm-ups showed some great promise, so I mean, I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, I mean, they showed in between quotation marks warm-up rounds that they are able to win these rounds. So let's see what Raptors can do in the rest of the match.
Now choosing to
being down 2-0 is not a death sentence yet.
Woah actually, they are not engaging. Okay.
Round cancel most likely.
Maybe something with the timer.
Looking like a round cancel. Where guilds are allowed to cancel rounds if they have, for instance, a DC.
Yes,
before the round starts, or yeah, as long as the DC is called before any kills are made.
Right now, Raptors underway here with Woah going for the south side now, actually choosing to go the exact same path they actually were supposed to before the round started. Now Woah finding their targets here and going to charge right in. No players here damaged in the exchange here, but Woah going to re-stealth immediately and might find their mark actually. The Spellbreaker exposing them again here with the reveal, and the bubble comes out here from Raptors. Not able to actually do anything with the bubble here, so a little wasted over there. Now Woah with their own bubble coming out here, manages to actually catch a few Raptor players. Very slow, but they surely do catch a few players off guard here. Choosing to pick off the Firebrand here from Raptors if they choose so. Very deep into the enemy right now, and the bubble comes out from Raptors to try and counter that. Managed to actually down the Scourge from Woah, actually getting stealth up quickly. And another player, the Daredevil, almost got pushed in here.
Yeah, with the stealth Woah managed to get their Scourge back up, so that's an important save for them now. The Girdwell lands and actually catching multiple players of Raptors. 1 down, 2 down for Raptors, and they do get rest by the Illusion. But on this side, the Scrapper will be finished off here. No, also gets rest, very clutch rest from the Guardian Signet here. So Raptors very heavily pressured on their revive cooldown still. Another Woah player in the downside, he does get rest as well, so revive skills traded.
They're gonna
Now
continue
Woah
right
with
there.
the
And
one player
actually
advantage
managing
and
to get
finding
the
another kill.
Raptor Spellbreaker down. Is it enough? Yes, they're going to get that cleave now. And now the Spellbreaker down from Raptors. They just got too many downs here. They're not going to be able to sustain this as much as they can. I mean, they're also losing a very huge class for them. Trying to get some offense here. And now Woah going for the next re-engage here and looking to take out Raptors here with this win. Another round in their favor that could possibly take them out of the tournament now. Very huge hill to climb here. And Woah continuing this pressure right here.
Finding the cleave on the last Raptors players, and I think that's going to be it. Raptors calls round number 3 also goes in favor of Woah, taking a very decisive lead in the GVG now.
The last player being the Scrapper actually being picked off. And I believe a round already called before the other player got picked off as well. So only 2 more rounds remain. With that being said, Woah could be going the full sweep here. Chat very engaged in that trivia question from R2. All right, 4th round almost underway here. With the 4th round being said, while chat is, of course, enjoying their, you know, let's just say their, actually, I'll do it later. All right, round number 4 with the Raptors underway here, choosing to actually stay towards their spawn this time. One of the few times they've done that, only once, I believe, in the other round. And now their player gets a little bit of reveal here, and the Spellbreaker, hard focused, of course, very difficult to target that player. Now Woah going to just choose to go towards the enemy, finding it difficult to actually get the down on the Spellbreaker. Very heavy class to get down here. And now the second engagement coming up from Raptors, trying to alleviate some pressure over here. And Woah actually backing up a little bit before they go in. Massive pulls here and multiple downs going down for Raptors. Easy revives there, but I mean, a huge struggle to have those pressures. And now the pressure comes up from Raptors to try and get rid of Woah here. And they actually managed to land a successful bubble to get a Raptor player, get a Woah player down, but not able to actually cleave it.
3 Raptor players are now in Illusion. They will start dropping very soon. Let's see what happens to those Raptors players. Woah will go for the engage as soon as they drop, and they should be dropping very soon. Let's see what happens. Actually, no drops. I think they buried the illusion just in time, so Raptors will be alive for the time being now. Finding actually the kills now on the Spellbreaker as well as the Thief. The Thief might just get cleaved out, and yes, he does get cleaved out, so now a kill in favor of Woah. Taking advantage into this round, going for another switch up as they switch positions in the arena, going for another engage here.
The next engage
trying to fight on the backside, maybe the Spellbreaker.
Yeah, almost getting caught out here. Now Raptors having to, you know, kind of refocus themselves. Looks like they'll try and go for another engagement here. Woah is, of course, ready for that. Maybe they overextend. Woah could catch another couple of their players off guard here. Choosing to get underway here. And, of course, the bubbles could be coming out here. Now, as I say that, the Spellbreaker is actually going to get last-second revival over here. And now Raptors going to suffer as their own Spellbreaker gets focused.
Woah support definitely on point with the revives, coming clutch, finding the revives and making sure they don't fall behind in the fight now. The focus continues on the Spellbreaker, but they cannot find the kill yet. Well, single target might want to switch up now. Actually, Raptor's going for the engage here with the bubble. Actually coming through from Woah to disengage, to get a disengage. And the punishment is for the Raptors as they have to move through the bubble now. Woah disengaging from the Raptors bubble, actually
The
2 kills going in favor of
Woah goes down,
Raptors.
but actually gets the revive up on the... I believe they're illusioned here, so they could fall down if they're not careful. And Woah a little split up here, but still finding their way, even with the bubble here being done. And of course, managing to actually get the Scrapper up here. The other Scrapper going down in the bubble and actually still able to be revived there. So Woah, huge sustain from them coming up.
And Woah actually found a kill on the Firebrand, so all those illusions are now secured on the side of Woah. They will be completely fine. Woah now up 3 or 4 kills in this round. With a very solid advantage now. Bubble comes through from Raptors, but Woah just has to walk back, and there's nothing that Raptors can do with it. A very nice disengage by Woah now.
Raptors
Go for the counter engage
see
here.
If they can try and get anything out of here. Managed to actually get a pull on this player here, and actually the Spellbreaker from Raptors going down, and now Raptors down another Spellbreaker. That is unfortunate. Now they will call it match point to Woah, now going in their favor. 4-0. The sustain of Woah is just too strong. I mean, you've seen how many downs have gone in a bubble, and they're able to just get all their players back up. I mean, you have to give it. Woah's sustain game right now is really, really good.
Raptors is getting some footing in the fight, you know. They're getting some kills. I think there's some downsides. It's just Woah actually has pretty good mechanical answers for that. Finding the revives just in time, not really letting Woah, or not really letting Raptors have any chance to finish them off. And the Woah spikes are actually what's carrying them into the fight. You know, Woah spikes seem to be finding the kills, good immobilizing, good gravity wells, also good pulls. You know, finding the kills on multiple Raptors players. And the pressure is on the Raptors now. It's match point. They are almost eliminated. One more lose and they are out of the tournament. This is of course the losers bracket, so every loss here means you are out.
Of course, you don't want to be there. You do not want to be there. Now, as I say that, I'm actually going to open up a... Hey, what's up, Diz? Doing good. How about you? I am actually going to open up a giveaway for the legendary Moot right here. So the trivia games could continue maybe later. We're actually going to open up this giveaway and keep it running until, well, whenever I choose to actually close it. But yes, legendary Moot is on the line right now. So, exclamation point rigged to enter the giveaway. Make sure you are following the stream. Yeah, happy Father's Day. I've seen you in the chat, Az. I see you answering your trivia questions. Anyway, Moot giveaway is on the line. It's fully engaged right now. Exclamation point rigged. Make sure you follow the stream to actually enter the giveaway. And we're what is more or less match point in favor of Woah here at this point. And of course, unfortunate. I know I would have loved to see a good underdog story out of Raptors, but it does not seem like that's the case today, Garfried.
Indeed, Woah with a very strong lead in this GVG so far. Need only one more win to secure themselves a spot in the next round of the tournament, of course. That will be in the losers bracket, which is maybe not what they hoped for, but they will still be in.
Almost underway here for the, could be the final round. And here we go, Raptors. I mean, heavy road. If they want to keep up with this, they need to win 4 rounds. And of course, that is much easier said than done. I don't even think it is much easier said than done. Even saying it seems like a huge mountain to climb. Managed to get the Spellbreaker here focused up on Woah here and actually manages to get the down. Of course, I believe Woah will be able to stealth that. Yes, and they do successfully stealth that player up. And Raptors now just disengaging a little bit before they approach their next move here and actually choosing to engage Woah. And Woah, you know, almost played into that strategy, maybe allowing them to take the bait.
Soulbeast does get finished off on the side, got banished back, and impossible for Raptors to res him, so that's now a kill advantage in favor of Woah already in this round. Raptors has to make a very aggressive player to find themselves back into the fight. Now, the Spellbreaker does get focused out a little bit, but makes it back to the stack and is being actively healed through the spike of Raptors now. And actually, Raptors completely overextending, trying to finish off the Spellbreaker, and they lose 4 players on the backside of that train. Completely tunnel visioning into the single target focus. That's going to be it for Raptors. Losing this many players, it is going to be impossible for them to make it back in this fight.
And they actually throw the game because of that play, going through the one focus, the single target focus, and that Spellbreaker going through a very difficult class to actually bring down, throwing the final round. Actually, I mean, I understand going all out, trying to make sure you secured the round, but throwing honestly the game towards that one Spellbreaker was not working out for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Raptors team has been eliminated from the tournament after losing to Woah 5-0. They put up a strong show, you know, a very good performance by them in the end, actually making it to the regionals. And in these regional finals, they showed that they wanted to win. They played for a win, you know, they played so aggressively in these fights. Lots of respect to the Raptors, but in the end, it was not enough for them to make it back into the fight, and they will be out of the tournament from here on out. Woah does make it through. They will be going to the losers semifinals now. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, Woah of course still has another hill to climb. Of course, they are in the losers bracket, but they are at a disadvantage as and the next loss does eliminate them from the tournament. Raptors now eliminated. You know, both French games, French teams, of course, playing here together. Unfortunately, not the outcome you'd like to see from either teams. Of course, only one can advance at the end of the day. Tomorrow, round 2 continues, of course. As I say that, Expedition Sport rigged for a legendary moot that is going to be given away in about, I'll say 5 to 10 minutes. We'll do that. Now, let's take a look at our brackets with that all being said. Actually, trying to pull up this. Wow, chat is wild. It do be wild here right now in the GVG Discord. Is the answers? Please don't tell me they spell that wrong too. Yeah, we need more questions, guys. If you actually add more trivia questions, it's in that document there for R2. He needs more trivia. Anyway. Apparently, things are being misspelled here. That one is spelled incorrectly? Wait, what? I don't know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, sure, there's some things that you think is obviously spelled out, but then when you spell it out, yikes. I'm pretty sure I'm one of those people that, you know, misspelled Philippines before.
Okay, MM, I gotta take care of some things, so I'll leave you to it for the rest.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm actually gonna hop into that channel with you.
Okay.
After, well, yeah, you can go in, but
yeah.
I'll join you shortly.
I'll go in now.
The mess needs to be sorted.
Sure. Okay. See you later, guys.
See ya. All right, chat. We are now here with the regionals. So we've played these games already. Now this game here should have been. It seems that they forfeited it to WHOP, but WHOP forfeited. But yeah, it was not really. I'm not sure why they allowed that to happen. Very unfortunate. After we just gone through some freaking shit show, we have this happen. So no, it should have been a forfeit. That's what should have happened anyway, because other games, other guilds forfeited their games because they had lack of players, and WHOP basically had a 15th that they couldn't get. Now, you can substitute 5 players in the tournament at any point in time in the tournament. They just can't be from participating guilds. Now, what the problem was, apparently, that it was an IY player, given that that guild had actually already been eliminated from the tournament. They're not actually in the regionals. They were eliminated in the group stages. But I guess there was a ruling that made that I guess it's fine since they were already eliminated. But, you know, the ruling doesn't state exceptions or anything. It's just a hard no players from any other team. I was a little confused there why they even allowed that to happen. I would have said just forfeit. So instead, they ended up saying we'll allow them to replay the game tomorrow, and now WHOP is already forfeiting from the tournament. It's, I mean, like, yeah, just you know that Tywin Lannister meme, madness and stupidity, like that is this right now. Anyway, not what I like to see in a tournament. Unfortunate, but with that being said, with all of that being said, we got XV and IQ tomorrow, Ink versus Beam tomorrow, and Woah and DT will take the winners of their respective teams tomorrow. So losers bracket for tomorrow is there. Yeah. Wouldn't be the internet if there wasn't drama. I mean, whatever. No, this one actually, like, the Beam one was, I would say there was, okay, some better things you could say. But actually, R2, I need to ping you this one. This is the EU one. The NA one was already finished. Yes, the NA one was already finished. But I need to ping this to you, R2. Can you make a bracket for this one? Regional bracket or something, or command? So it's a double elimination bracket. So pretty much here, XV versus Raptors played today. Raptors lost, so they went to the losers bracket. IQ and Woah played. IQ beating Woah 5-3, going towards the next round in the winners bracket. So of course, Woah had to go down to the losers bracket here. So pretty much the winners of these brackets advance. The losers actually meet each other in the losers bracket. With that being said, we just watched, you know, Woah take the win against the Raptors in the 5-0. So now Woah advances in the losers bracket to round 2. DT advances here in their round as well. On the winners bracket, because XV won, they're here, and IQ winning, they're here. They're going to face off tomorrow. Here, Ink wins, so they're here. Beam wins, so they're here. So these will fight off tomorrow. So again, double elimination. Ask Low the Bird. I like that. Anyway, so that's how the games are going to be played. So when tomorrow, XV, whoever wins, XV or IQ, they'll be here meeting the winner of this game here. And then we're going to play the losers bracket, of course. Whoever these two teams, you know, meet out of these losers here will fight each other to see who keeps up in the tournament and who gets eliminated. Right? So the losers bracket, they don't have any chance. Like, they get you lose the game here, you get eliminated. So we'll see who they face off of this one. And of course, the loser of this game goes here. So then they play for round 3 to the next day, which is on Wednesday, which basically this would determine who plays who and then find out who's actually our first place by Wednesday. So that is how it's going to be. The British, I believe so. They actually came up with the English language, right? So anyway, so these are the games for tomorrow. I linked that post. I think R2 will make a link for it. Could be a different link. Maybe if people still want to see the group brackets, they could still see that. There could be a different link, so we'll see. Yeah, so the winner of the losers bracket eventually gets up to the grand finals to actually determine who makes it and who doesn't. So that's like the redemption bracket, right? You could somehow still make your way to the finals. So that's kind of where it's at. The winner of the losers bracket makes it to the final round and or final game against the winner of the winners bracket, and then they face off to actually find out who will win. So that's happening tomorrow. Of course, these are the games that are going to be streamed. RQM has actually already been determined. We streamed that over the weekend because it was only 2 groups. It was easier to actually get that done. So RQM has actually won the NA regionals. So we're waiting for basically the EU side to finish up here to see who will actually take them on the global finals.